little girls. We lived on the old house in South Rachel, and one time we had this big stroller that you wind it up, and we were playing Old Them Golden Slippers and all those records I remember. And I was just dancing around. I don't know how I learned to dance. I couldn't have been over, very big at all. And I heard her laughing. That laugh. It's something you don't forget. It just stunned me because I was so embarrassed. You know how young children think if someone's laughing that they're laughing at you. She was laughing because it was so cute, I imagine. I hope. But anyway, and then after that I thought I can't do that anymore. But I can remember her doing the Charleston, so maybe I saw her doing Charleston, and I don't. And that's why would I start dancing when I was just a real small? And then the next another memory that I had back then was that uh, we had straight hair, and she said she told me in later years that she liked to comb my hair when I was little, and we both talked about it not long ago, and I remembered her combing my hair and making those little spit curls, those little curls like they did in the Flapper days.
Yeah.
And so I told her I remembered that. She said, "Oh yes, I used to love your hair was so easy to manage. I used to love combing your hair." And I was so jealous because Aunt Ruth had a blonde curly hair, and I was telling my mother, I don't know why God didn't give me curly hair like He did Aunt Ruth. And so anyway, so I guess my hair turned out okay. But anyway, and then the next I remember was that when she was back home, she and Catherine both were gone so much because they were almost grown. With, well, whenever I remembered it, but they were away a lot, going to school and everything. And I remember where their room was on South Ryston, and Minerva had a room upstairs and on South Bolton. And when we lived on South Bolton, and she worked for Mr. Rand at the gas company, she was his secretary. She would always help us decorate the Christmas tree. And that when people ask you when you're in a group of people and they say, "What's your favorite Christmas memory?" And the only Christmas memory that I can think of was when we decorated the Christmas tree. And then when she was making money, she bought a fur coat. It was ermine, and I think she paid $100 for it. But back then, that was a lot of money. And I just thought, oh, she was so wonderful that she let me put her fur coat on. And then she said one time, she said, I was a teenager by then, and she said, "Well, what would you like for Christmas? I'm going to get you something." Oh, I longed for a pair of jodhpurs. Why? I don't know. I didn't have a horse, never or anything, but I wanted jodhpurs so bad. And they didn't have any in Jacksonville, so here Christmas morning, I guess she ordered them from somewhere, and there was that wonderful pair of jodhpurs, and that was my favorite Christmas present as a child, because my mother was so busy, she didn't think about birthdays and Christmases and things, and she would say way in the summer, she'd say, "Oh, look what Santa Claus brought." He said, he left it here and he hid it in here, and I didn't get it out. And here it's in the summertime, and she would buy something ahead of time and go hide it, but she was just busy all the time. And but it was nice to have two older sisters, and they've been a wonderful influence on my life and all of our lives. And I think the wonderful legacy that Minerva left to us was all of her family history and all the stories about people that we never even knew. We know all the stories of when they first came to Texas and during the Texas Republic days. So our grandfather came when he was 9 years old. So we all got to be daughters of the Republic of Texas because he came as a child when he was 9 years old. So that makes me us something special, I guess. So anyway, I'm really proud of that too. That's
Anyone
all.
else?